Let's see.
例えば己の一生が全て定められていたとしたらどうだろう。
Okay. Fate
人生にお
on
け
the
るあ
board.
らゆる選択、些細なものから大事なものまで選んでいるのではなく選ばされているとしたらどうだろう。無限の可能性などというものは幻想である。人はどれだけあがこうとも定められた道の上から降りられない。止める者は止めるように、貧しき者は飢えるように、善人は善人として、悪人は悪人として。
I disagree about fate.
美しき者、醜き者、強き者、弱き者、幸福な者、不幸な者、そして勝つ者、負ける者、すべて初めからそうなるように、それ以外の者にはなれぬように定められていたとしたらどうだろう。ならばどのような咎人にも罪はなく、聖人にも徳などない。何事も己の意志で決めたのではなく、そうさせられているだけだとしたら、ただ流されているだけだとしたら。
I like how mysterious it sounds. And high.
トムが諸君がそれで良しとするのか。
Also, I know this voice actor somewhere. Why do I know him?
モテる者らはただ与えられただけに過ぎない虚構の玉座に満足か。持たざる者らは一片の罪とがなしに虐げられて許せるか。いいな、断じていいな。それを知った上で笑える者など、生きるということの意味を忘れた劣等種、人とは呼べぬ奴隷だ。
I'm sorry I'm so silent, but I'm trying to focus on this for now. It's like premise of the game, I guess.
酒ほど今日のそげるものはない。運命とやらに舐めさせられる敗北ほど耐え難い苦渋はない。このような屈辱を、このような茶番劇をただ繰り返し続けるのが人生だ。よし、私はあがき抜こう。どこまでもどこまでも道が終わるまで歩き続ける。はるか果てに至った場所、私は私だけのオペラを作る。ゆえに諸君らの力を借りたい。虐げられ、踏み潰され、今まさに殺されんとしている君ら、ひととき同胞だった者。
Once were briefing.
諸君らは敗北者として生まれ、敗北者として死に続ける。その運命を呪う。
Ah,
私のもとに来る。
stand this
繰
comrades.
り返しても勝てぬのならば、千度繰り返し戦えばよい。千度繰り返しても勝てぬのならば、
Until you win, huh?
万度繰り返し戦えばよい。未来永劫、永遠に勝つまで戦い続けることを誓えばよい。
What is this, Umineko?
それができるというならば、諸君らが術の一部となることを許可し、
Part of sorcery.
永劫勝つため。獣のたてがみ、その一本一本が諸君らの血肉で編まれることを祝福しよう。今はまだ私も君ら、そして彼らも忌々しい輪の内ではあるもの。これから先、ここでの選択が真に意味あるものであった。
I don't expect the monologue like this from the opening scene
この無限に続
after
く
you open the game. Perpetually repeating cycle.
さあどうする諸君ら、この時代の敗北者たち。
You did the presence of the age.
私に答えを聞かせて。
Of the present age. Wait, what is this? Fate?
否か。
Will you rise to battle? What are we going to do? Like, they're going to be like, what? They're going to like summon spirits or something? Ah. Okay. Start the game. So, hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it seems it's about time to actually read the Ire, Amantes. Yeah. So, that was a surprising start, and we are instantly going into like the game without menu or anything. And we're playing on Steam version with a 4:3 resolution patch, so we won't have any cropped images. And yeah, I think that's it. I can always switch to 16:9, I guess. But I would say how it will go. It was like recommended to play like this because like basically you have full images instead of like cropped ones. Also, my camera is a bit too low because I was not like entirely sure how and where the camera should be in this game because I never played that. So I just used setting from Muramasa. And yeah, this is the Muramasa replacement. So let's go. Let's go to the opening, like, guess, and let's go. And also, everyone, you suggested this game as well as 17 other, and we actually voted together with channel members. Thank you all for your participation in vote polls, and we chose to actually, from all the 18, to play the Desire. So let's go. May 1st, 45, Berlin, Germany. 12:27 AM. What the okay. That's just slammed into my ears. Holy shit. Didn't expected that. Okay, that's good one. The closing act of the Second World War was the manifestation of total war, such as had never been seen before. No, the term carnage would have been more appropriate. Outmanned in every way, Berlin stood in complete isolation, slipping towards the cravings of annihilation. The nearly 500,000 troops, marched under the banner of the Red Army, had already surrounded the capital, making escape virtually impossible. Guns roared, mingling with the screams of the dying is an incessant cacophony of terror as the city was razed and its people massacred. Bloodshed, carnage, all in order to eradicate the enemies of this world. Be they young or old, man or woman. Justice, revenge, love, peace, oppression, liberty, equality. The slogan one chose to attach to horror made little difference. Yeah, pretty much. That's the lesson we learned from Muramasa as well. Like, you cannot like justify really killing. The chaos engulfing the bloody streets demonstrated quite readily the atrocities that would manifest when the man presented with a convenient higher cause to justify them with. Yes, for example, guess some explosion in this corner of the city. A blinding light flashed, followed by the roaring explosion. The slightest bombardment sent even more soldiers. At least 3 of those silhouettes were still recognizably human, to their deaths, spreading the remains across the pavement. Okay, we're going pretty soon. Okay. Letting out a loud chorus, a man leapt out of the trenches with Panzerfaust in the hand. Okay. How do I... Okay, I didn't like... I need to like learn the stuff, you know? 1 second. Quick save. So how do I check the whole screen? Can I do that? I did quick save, so I should be able to click this X and see what does this. Okay, this is the full screen like thing. Okay. Letting out the loud curse, a man leapt out of the trenches with the Panzerfaust in hand. Protected by the covering fire of his allies, Schmeissers, he dashed over into effective firing range. He rose to his knees, took aim, and pulled the trigger, firing in a heat warhead. The projectile shot forward, smashing right into the flank of the tank. Its armor dissolved in accordance with the Neumann effect, and the tank imploded in the torrent of liquefied metal and 1,000-degree flames. Okay. Other Panzer seems to be stronger than I thought. I mean, yeah, that's Panzerfaust. This is like always effective, especially in like World War II. The man tossed aside his Panzerfaust and, backed by comrades from behind, started cleaning up his remaining foes with his Mauser. Such was war. It allowed no time for idle thoughts. Only slaughter, murder, and bloodshed. Muga. I mean, no man could keep his sanity in this hell. And so, the perpetrators of this chaos howled and raged, never looking back, reveling in boundless insanity to keep their blood afire. Within this flaming wasteland of gunplay, soldiers single-mindedly continued their murderous dance, as if it was some ungodly ritual. Of course, in reality, it was all but child's play. Soldiers against soldiers, rifles against pistols, no matter how fiercely they fought. On this battlefield, the outcome of this war was already set in stone. The third rage had crumbled, the ambition of its visionary leader lost in the flames of war. But this is basically end of the World War II. Huh. So when the game will actually take place, like several days later, maybe? What remained on that tattered battlefield was the shaken remnants of the defeated and the mob of the victors flocking like vultures to the smell of decaying flesh. Like, from the opening scene, I thought like maybe there can be like some kind of like summoning, you know, like in the Fate series, because he asked about souls that died and stuff. Something like that. So maybe the premise of this will be that, because World War II always is used as the premise, or maybe like mostly, for unnatural things like some kind of like artifacts or something, right? So maybe like there will be some artifact that let you like, I don't know, resurrect people or something, or like summon them from the past, just like Fate series. Maybe that's what's going to happen. And why? I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. What if like this would be like modern days with like World War II people, and they will try to like, they'll be like German and stuff, and they will be like World War II all over again. Does it make sense? I don't think so. I know. Certain death. Inescapable defeat. An attempt to retaliate was merely a self-serving act of revenge, with no hope of salvation. The situation had surpassed anything that might elicit notions of despair, transforming into no more than an absurd comedy of sorts. And yet, his heart beat still. His hand gripped steel. Wow, they made it like a rhyme. Oh my god, nice. They rhymed this. His heart beat steel, his hand gripped steel. That's cool, I like it. Oh, and okay. His heart beat steel, his hand gripped steel. He would not stop so long as there were enemies to kill. That's so good. I love that one. Good writing. But it was his sworn duty. If there exists even one thing, anything at all, to justify this hellfire, be it sheer insanity, and that by itself would be a blessing in disguise. Horror and glory, debased and disgraced, worth less than pig shit, yet human life remained the cheapest currency. That was reality. Okay. Some kind of like cathedral or church. After wiping out all leftover foes and regrouping with his comrades, it dawned upon the man that there were only 3 of them left standing, himself included. The company tasked with protecting his block. He had protecting his block had been completely annihilated. The situation was anything but promising. And still, more enemies were on their way. I wonder if I can do the same thing I had in Muramasa, when the text matches the the voice, you know? I don't think they'll have this setting. I'm sad. I like that was the thing in the Muramasa, because I didn't like accidentally clicked away because I thought like they stopped talking already. Well, the young man flashed a bitter smile as he handed over his Schmeiser to the other. The older man glared at him, but offered no more in the way of reapproach. So last time in Muramasa we had the history of Japan, and now we have the history of world, basically, in the World War II. The war is lost. Indeed. That was the bitter truth of it. Berlin had fallen, the company massacred, and the remaining three soon to join them.
最後はかっこよく行きたいかな。どうぞ。貴様、名前は？ヨアヒム・ブラウナーと言います。総長は？
I'm Browner, okay? You're probably irrelevant and you will die, just like whatever.
俺はバルター・ゲルリッツ。ま、名前も知らないやつと死ぬのはお互いに。
Yeah, we're never going to like see them again. This is just a prologue. Master Sergeant Walter Gerlitz directed his gaze at the final survivor of the company, a young boy who had thus far remained silent. Also, by the way, I'm extremely terrible at German. So I may butcher a lot of like German names or something on words. I'm extremely bad at this. So might be fun. The boy's eyes started as he failed to hide his shock. He was even younger than Joachim, barely in his teens. If Walter had a son, he might have been around his the same age. Marco Schmidt. Okay. Walter was about to ask what the married child was doing here, but ultimately he swallowed his words. It was a foolish question. The enemy would show no mercy to them, not even the children. The reason for it was clear. They were the bitter enemies of the Red Army, the despised members of the Schutzstaffel. Schutzstaffel. Even if they were to surrender, the Soviets were obviously uninterested in taking them as the prisoners. So this is like some kind of like mercenary group, maybe? That resisting the Red Army? I don't know, is that like a real thing, like from the real world? I don't recognize this name. Actually, from the history, you can let me know about this in the comment. Maybe it's just made up for the game. Or I just don't know them, or don't remember. As such, fighting until their last breath was the only option left to them. Walter was certain that Joachim was ready to give his life for the fatherland. The boy, on the other hand, Joachim shared his disaffected act, the bitter tone in his voice, making his true position on the situation clear. Also, I'm still like, you know, after this episode I will probably check out how the audio is and stuff. So I hope everything is fine. I'm looking like on like general audio how loud it is, so should be fine, but I don't know if I should like adjust, you know, like background less, voice up, environmental less, something like that. I'll figure it out later. Like for me it sounds fine, but let me know in the comments if you think that, for example, dialogues are too quiet. Maybe I should like turn up the volume of the, you know, voice actors and like turn down the rest. He would never surrender. Yet, even if he gave his life in the battle to come, the outcome of the war had already been decided. Nothing could change that. Please, for himself. With this defeat, the fatherland and their descendants would. A single soldier was powerless to alter the great current of war. Joachim tried to express his dissatisfaction with that reality as best as he could, while Marco silently listened. He got hit. Yeah. That's what... Several rifle shots echoed from the left just then. Walter and Marco just barely managed to duck into cover, but Joachim was not so fortunate. His head was shot clean off by the first wave, followed by the entire volley of bullets being unloaded into his chest. Well, crap. Pelted machine gunfire. Joachim's body contoured in a queer manner, almost reminiscent of some form of dance, before finally hitting the ground. An anticlimactic final, indeed, for the youth who had only moments prior expressed his desire to fight to the bitter end. Oh wait, I'm playing on like bad resolution. I'm sorry. I just realized I can like click here to change the resolution. Let's see this. Oh fuck. Okay, I will do this later. There was reality in the situation, the reality of war. There were no heroes here. Oh my god, again! We have the story about no heroes. Wow. No wonder you Muramasa fans want that. No messiahs, no miracles to save them, only men dying like insects. And should one allow his soul to be overcome by wrath or despair? When confronted with this knowledge, I would serve only to invade the jaws of death to consume him next. The chaos of war would not tolerate idle thoughts. Knowledge of one duty was all that was necessary. Actually, you know what? I will try to do 4 for free, so I will be right back right now. And we'll see what I can do. Be right back. Okay, that was easy. It seems like it worked. I thought that will be more difficult, I just had to fit the screen. I hope it's not like stretched or anything. Yeah, it looks fine. Okay. Well, now it's officially the version for 4 to 3. The Walter rolled into the safety of the ruined building. He shouted the name of his lone surviving comrade with all the strength he could muster. But instead of words, the soul replay he received was yet another flash, followed by the fiery explosion. Yo! The upper half of the young boy's body was flung at Walter's feet. Aww. Sucks. Walter is the last one who will pass. The crumpled alleyways was heavy with the stench of blood and scorched entrails. Walter powerlessly dropped to his knees into the vast sea of blood. What the fuck? This kid is alive. Half of his body just got blown away. He's still alive. What the fuck? That sucks. I think we need to tone down the music, no? I think we need to tone down the music. Voices max. I need to tone down the music because it seems like it's actually too loud. It's literally actually too loud. I cannot hear that guy. Marco smiled, even as the last embers of his life faded away. It was unbelievable someone could still form words in such state as this. Walter took the boy's hand. Also, I really wonder how DSIR will work with YouTube. I really wonder. Is this going to be such an easy upload like Muramasa? Or is going to be pain like Little Bastards and Domineko because of music? If this fragment is so heavy copyrighted, then I swear to God that's going to take forever. Oh wow. Real questions. Damn. As the gunfire continued, a brand new tank rode into the battlefield. Marcus Schmidt was beyond help. Not even God could save him now. And so, Walter Rightful Place was now on the battlefield, his hand clutching a gun, and not the hand of the dying soldier. His ears lent not to naive parting remarks of the boy, but straining to hear the breathing of his enemy. He knew that better than anyone, and yet... Wow, this kid had like really, like... I guess before that you have this like thoughts and stuff. He's starting to doubt everything. I mean, it's just a kid, and he's like, she just like sees just horror and death everywhere, and he's like questioning, like, is this fine to do that? Nope, it's not fun and not fine. Like, that's never a good thing. Joachim, Walter, and so many other German soldiers, just like them, had done nothing more than take up arms to protect their fatherland and loved ones. Is this the alternative, like, universe? Is this the, like, universe when not the, like, German didn't attack, but, like, Red Army attacked? Like, on the other side of, like, war, basically? Or they mean, like, protect by conquering? Was that truly a scene? Surrounded by the flames of dying capital, the young boy spoke in mere disjointed fragments. Voicing a question Walter himself would have loved to pose to the heavens above. Yet, after mere seconds of doubt, Walter answered curtly. No. Such was the way of the world, a cruel, bitter truth. Walter found within himself a growing resentment for the Lord. Well, there's no next time for you. Marco Schmidt then quietly passed away in Walter's arms. The man gazing up the heavens, the young soldier smiling death, albeit tainted with blood and mud, still held traces of boyhood. A bitter smile mirroring Marco crept into Walter's face. Huh, this is similar to what we heard in the like opening scene. His words might have seemed to be rambling of the lunatic besieged by the armies of death, but they were more than that. Walter cocked his Schmeisser, confirmed it was loaded, then charged out of the ruined building into the open. Okay. He unconsciously let out a battle cry loud enough that it threatened to rend his throat. Would he end up gunned down like Joachim? Or share the same fate as Marco? It hardly mattered anymore. Yeah, I guess. He just like want to get over with this at this point. Either way, he would merely die a miserable death befitting this miserable war. His mind was occupied by such desperate thoughts. In no way he could have predicted what was come to next. What?
天に増します我らの父よ。願わくは皆の尊まれんことを。
Okay, some voice from heaven.
彼らに永遠の安息を与え、絶えざる光もて照らしたまえ。
Okay. It was his social intuition that drove Walter to reflexively take the shelter. Sorry. Animation? Yo! What was that? Ladybug comet. His vision was drowned out by the blinding light. And an explosion so fierce it dwelled all previous bombardments. An explosion that seems to rip apart the very heavens. Okay. Walter realized that this explosion was far beyond the level of any weapon that could have possibly been employed in urban warfare. Soundtrack? Soundtrack? Oh. What in the world? What had happened? The city had literally staked his life to protect had been reduced to the charred wasteland. Yo, single attack and like whole city got like freaking demolished? The hell happened? Although it took quite a while for Walter to regain his sight and hearing, there was still not enough time for him to make sense of the situation. Part of him wondered if it was all a sick joke. Only one thing was clear. Both his allies' corpses and the encroaching enemy troops had been annihilated. That's the law of balance, both sides got annihilated. No bombing raid could have inflicted such immense damage, and although Walter had managed to survive the attack itself, his resulting wounds were deep. So he will die anyway, but we have like... we are going to see what happened actually. Probably. Because, well, he's like in like terrible state, so I guess he'll die. He seems to be a random character. Pieces of steel and concrete blasted in his direction, but the explosion had pierced his back and flank. Yeah, can't survive that. The hand that once held his schmeiser was blown off from the elbow. Yep, okay. It wasn't even worth the effort to attempt this and a number of more minor injuries. His incessant bloody vomit told him that he had also suffered severe internal damage. He would not make it. Walter swore blindly, no longer certain of the target of his indignation. Just then, the voice from before rang out again. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the anime. What was that? What was that called? Tanya the Evil. If you go with the English one, I don't remember the Japanese name. I called it always with Japanese name, and I forgot. So we'll go with the English one. Tanya the Evil, something like that. And there's like character that like needs to like basically there's like one character that needs to pray in order to like unleash attacks or something. So I just got flashback from that anime.
生きとし生けるものすべては主に帰せん我が魂よ再び安らぐがよい主は報いてくださるがゆえに
Is it Latin? I think it's Latin, right? It was a requiem offered up to fallen soldiers, one sung in beautiful voice. Not even a prestigious church choir could produce a melody quite this dignified. I doubt it. It wasn't even a sing. Yet at the same time, the scorn seeping into the voice was all too evident. Only upon the eve of the apocalypse itself could such a voice become conceived as an angel's. It sang of the dead with scorn, ridicule and mockery, deriving the utmost pleasure in trampling upon every last remnant of the dignity they possessed. The voice of the destroyer, intoxicated by mayhem. That was the product of the black mind, possessed solely by an inhuman malice. Is this game version of from Muramasa? Like the World Destroyer, basically, I would call. Like, not really. But you get the analogy if you play Muramasa. If no, then it might... I don't know. I don't even know. Is it a good analogy? Like Destroyer? Of World? Maybe? Maybe not? Yeah, maybe. Somehow. Anyway. Enough of like stuff about like Muramasa. I'm talking more like a bit about Muramasa because this is like first episode after we voted after like as Muramasa replacement. So yeah, but I'm going to stop doing that. Don't worry. And so, stepping into the vast expanse of derbies, the Destroyer appeared. The demonic requiem at his lips. Okay, who that is? Okay. Yo! What a smile! Holy shit! Let's see if it's cropped in like 69, 60:9. It is! Holy shit, it's so cropped! Yo, you were right to play in for free patch. You were so right. Look at how much it's cropped. Oh my god. Thank you for this recommendation. I'm so glad. So they have like some kind of like sun symbol. This is the German cross. So it seems like this guy is like from Germany actually. Eye patch. The smile like a demon. Huh. It was a young boy, lacking in years, even in comparison to Marco, with a face so delicate that a careless glance could easily mistake his features of those of the girls. Is he the antagonist, maybe? A single look at the boy was enough to give Walter chills. His teeth began to chatter. I already love the art of this game. That's so good. I like how sharp these lines are. It's so good. What is this? What is this weapon? Okay, that's a weird thing that he have in his hand now here. Fuck is that? And this one is... It's not Luger. Something... I forgot the name, like C91? It's like semi-automatic or like automatic pistol, like from Germany. I don't remember what the name was of this. And some kind of like scarf with symbols, okay. Or runes. These actually, yeah, these are like dwarf runes. Like from the fantasy, like the dwarves would just like put like runes on this. Although he had lost a considerable amount of blood and his vision had grown hazy, the reason behind the freezing chill at his back lay elsewhere. The sheer enmity and pain radiating from the boy's visage indeed contributed to that. Yeah, he's definitely the bad guy. But to Walter, the most dreadful thing was the fact that he knew that face. Wait, what? There is no man who had fought on the Eastern Front and knew not of this boy. A beast possessed by the insatiable hunger, his aberrant mind ruled by the inhuman madness. His single eye gleamed, silver locks swaying, gripped a pair of guns, each engraved with the Wolfsfangel, the rune of the wolf. So this is the rune of the wolf. Okay, can I like... Okay, I tried to use scroll to like, you know, change the size of this, but it doesn't work, okay. There's no doubt, it was a face Walter could never forget. The face of the boy who had supposedly died 3 years ago. Okay. Major Schreiber. Okay. I don't know if I will remember the German names. I don't know if there's someone from Germany. I'm sorry, I'm so terrible with your language, but I cannot help it. I'm just like terrible at this. I don't know if I will remember that, maybe. Eastern Front Assault Corps, Special Unit Leader, SS Major Wolfgang Schreiber. What? Okay. He's a major at this age? I really have like flashbacks from like Tanya the Evil from the like anime. I really have flashbacks from this. An unchained beast that slaughtered both friend and foe, the Ashen Demon that had supposedly met his end during a purge. How could he be standing here? And he's unchained beast who slaughtered both friend and foe. No wonder it won Muramasa replacement thing. How could he be standing here?
誰かと思えばバルター・ゲルリッツ総長かい？アインザッツグルペンじゃ迷惑かけたね。元気かい？
Just casually. Oh, you're dying. Yeah, but you're fine. Yeah, that's fine. Hardly the words one would offer a dying comrade, especially one whose death was most likely caused by the Schreiber himself. The boy, flashing an innocently devilish smile in front of Walter, was no doubt the very same person he remembered. And yet, the armband bore not the swastika, but a different symbol altogether, almost as if there were no comrade at all. Huh.
なぜも何も僕も君も軍人だろ？戦って殺すのが商売なんじゃないのかな？
Okay. I don't think I heard this voice actor anywhere. I'm trying to like thinking about some other shows if I like heard this voice, but I don't recognize it so far. Maybe if he will like laugh or something, maybe I will remember it like from laugh. Because sometimes laugh is like the most giveaway for voice actor, sometimes. The boy playfully surveyed the landscape. It was proof enough to his statement. And what followed was nothing short of unnatural. Something akin to opaque vapor erupted in the vicinity, like fog or haze. Oh wait, what the fuck? The background changed. At the same time, what the senses were assaulted by the dreadful moaning. I didn't saw that. That changed so suddenly. I didn't saw that. There's like souls. What the fuck? Is he like a necromancer or something? What? There were the cursed. Wow, the sound effect of this. These were the cursed cries of the fallen. fated to suffer and lament until the very end of time. The endless chorus of lamentation caused even the seething air of the battlefield to cool. These were the spirits of the dead. Walter felt like he could almost make out the faces of Mark and Joachim among the swirling mass, as well as the destination towards which they were spiraling. Stride into Schreiber Totenkopf eye patch. What's the Totenkopf? What does it mean? Totenkopf eye patch. I don't know what the Totenkopf is. You can let me know in the comments about that. It's just an eye patch to me. I don't know what that means. What's the Totenkopf? I need your help, guys. He was devouring the very souls of those he had slain. Okay. Now we are going into Tower of God territory of the webcomic. Confronted with such a repulsive, unworthy spectacle, Walter could not determine whenever he could give himself over to rage or simply weep. He longed for the response of insanity.
それじゃあ総長、僕はもう行かないといけないんだけど。
Okay.
どうする？
What a question. Like, I like this guy. He's so savage. He's so insane. I literally like him from being that insane. Schreiber, seemingly done with his meal, wearily turned his neck to Walter. He was breathing his last, not in any condition to spill blood like the soldier should.
殺し足りなくはないのかい？今さら連中の100や1000を殺したところで何も変わりやしないけどね。でもだからって何もせずに黙ってる必要なんかどこにもない。見なよこのベルリンを。全くひどいありさまじゃないか。こんなものが僕らの求めた千年帝国の終わりだなんて誰が納得するって言うんだよ。
I think I know his voice from somewhere. The last fragment. Also, how the backlog works in this game. Let me check. Can I click here? Oh. Yeah. Okay. Content. Walter threw a piercing glance at the smiling boy. Indeed, no one in their right mind would be content with such outcome. He would have friends to call his own, a family to go home to, a woman to love. He would cherish this country. All that became tainted due to Germany's defeat. Dishonor that no countries could wash clean. That was...
許せないよね。薄汚い劣等ごときが我が物顔で帝都を蹂躙するなんて。女や子供や年寄りを犯して殺して吊るすなんてさ。総長、忠勇なるドイツ軍人バルター・ゲルリッツ総長殿、君の気持ちを聞かせてくれ。君は一体どうしたい？
Is it going to be like some kind of pact and the guy, like Walter, will like get some kind of like powers from him? What is he? Cube from Madoka now? The amount of blood leaking forth from Walter's mouth made speech difficult, but his feelings were set. Joachim, who vowed to fight till the bitter end, Marco, who wished for victory, their feelings as well as his own. The boy standing before him was unmistakably from the fault of the devil, but such things matters little at this point. What he wanted was... I like how he said that, like through like teeth. I want to emerge victorious. Yeah. victory, honor, and glory for the fatherland, to bring peace for friends and family that had fallen, to bring prosperity for generations yet unborn, and above all else, for his very own soul.
ジーク入る。そうさ総長、素晴らしいよその息だ。君のような勇者にこそあの方の血肉となる資格がある。
His flesh and blood.
戦争は終わらない。僕たちが終わらせない。何度でも何度でも何度でも何度でも続けて続けて続けて続けて。
Okay, is this one of the... Okay, now I think that it might be like actually some kind of like time loop novels. There might be a time loop about this in this. Not like the first one I read about time loops. So we'll need to figure out how and why the time loop is happening. And for what reason? Do they just like enjoy murdering everyone? Like they, like because we, so this fraction, the wolves? I don't remember, like there was like some kind of like other name, but I will call them wolves for now. I don't remember the whole name now. I didn't like mention this before.
掴むまで
Victory.
共に行こうじゃないか。無限に続く戦場へ。
We shall climb victory in the next war, if not, in the one after that. Hundreds and thousands and millions of battles repeating over and over again, till this outcome can finally be toppled. Schreiber trusts his Mauser in Welter's direction. As the last light of the man's soul began to fade.
彼らに永遠の安息を与え、絶えざる光もて照らしたまえ。
His requiem was one of scorn for the fallen, pregnant with malicious intent. Yet, Walter thought it beautiful, like the song of an angel. It was then that he finally realized that this was the apocalypse, and that he would soon join the ranks of those marching to destroy the world. He would become a strand of beasts money, one of many in his legion. Maybe I don't know him? Maybe, okay, I don't think I know him. I don't think I know him. If I know him, then I just like don't remember it. It doesn't remind me of anything. Like from the voice actor. The boy gazed to the heavens and offered up to splitting crackle, his silver hair dancing. The soul of Walter Grace was sucked into the body, a boy blood-crazed eye, and vanished. Okay. At the same time, in another place, a new nightmare was unfolding. Whoa, okay. That was the feast. An entire battalion of the last of at least dozen tanks had failed to bring down the single man. Okay, no, an entire battalion of tanks was being destroyed by a single man. Hello, how are you? Another wolf. The same fraction and again German. Also the cross, yeah. In the center of the supernatural maelstrom stood a somber specimen of a man, darker than the blackest of nights, darker than black. Do you know this anime or series in general? Let me know in the comments. Beneath his neatly worn uniform stretched a body of steel, trained to utmost limit. A perfect fusion of sort of artistry found the great sculptures of antiquity and raw material prowess. A man with nothing, not even a short blade. He fought with his fists alone. Okay, they were all that he needs to sunder the armor of tanks, as if they were nothing more than scrap paper. Okay. Needless to say, no mere man could hope to imitate this display. Seems like it. Indeed, he was a monster. Or if not, a weapon taking human form. A fortress upon a battlefield. Either way, the Soviet forces were dealing with an inhuman soldier, a being exceeding human boundaries. Furthermore, the towering beasts of a man had yet so much as attempt to evade any of the artillery fire being leveled up on him. What is the key? Like, immortal? Did they like even scratch him? Is he regenerating, or he just like cannot be like even scratched? Even after being pelleted by the countless bullets and tank shells, his body remained unscratched. Okay, that explains me that he just like is insanely tough. It's not just regeneration, he just like is literally untouchable. How that's natural? However, that was only natural. Oh, okay. Full body, almost full body. I love the art style of this. Holy shit, they made such a good job on this. For everyone knew this man. His strength and his name. Are they like some kind of like... Also, they all died, right? Knew that he was a hero who died a year before. Okay, how... One second. How long ago died the boy? The Schreiber? Master Sergeant. Major Schreiber. Died 3 years ago. Okay, so it's not like they all died in the same year. They died in like different ages. Okay. I thought that maybe like they're immortal or something, or revived because they died in the same accident, like at the same time or something. But apparently it's not the case. And that he was dead. And that, and what was dead could not be killed. Makes sense. The man let out a deep breath. He's overflowing with melted and surrounding rubble into toxic waste, blasting it afar with the gust of burning wind. His tightened muscles expanded to their extremes as if longing for release. A hammer of steel. There existed nothing in this universe that could withstand the blow he was preparing to unleash. The energy is gathered in his fists, give birth to refraction, causing the very visage of the man to distort. What the fuck? But as the man finished swelling up with the energy, it was about to unleash the destruction. His fierce concentration suddenly let up, just as it was about to reach critical mass. Almost as if something had ruined his mood. Perhaps he thought the panicking soldiers, having lost their morale, were not even worth killing. Huh. Okay. Then, had those soldiers miraculously escaped the jaws of death? Of course not. Is it the same like the Major, the Shren... The Major? Or it's someone else? The song of the cruel hunters echoed across the night. A scorching wave of pure flame passed by the man, devouring the soldiers, burning them to cinders. There was clearly no ordinary weapon. Its destructive force far exceeded the power of Molotov cocktails or tank fire. It was more akin to pulse of concentrated energy from the nuclear blast, as impossible as that seemed, that any urban weapon. Otherworldly screams of pure agony reverbered through the war-torn battlefield, now engulfed by the sea of flames. The soldiers' assault by the instantaneous burst of fire had evaporated without a trace. But the hate-filled screams of the souls rang out into the night. Also, let me just quick save for a second, and I will click space to see if this will disappear. It will, okay. I was afraid that something like bad will happen. That was the same phenomenon that Schreiber had conjured up just a moment earlier. Okay, Schreiber, so I was right. Okay, that's someone new. We have... Oh my god, this art is so fucking amazing! You know what's so great about these arts? You know what's so great about this art? The lightning. Lightning of these things is freaking amazing. It's not just like the drawing. The whole like shadow composition on this. It's so freaking good. So basically we have a necromancer, pyromancer, warrior? Also, we have pyromancer with gloves. You know who it like reminds me of? Anyone watched Full Metal Alchemist? And know what character I think about? You can let me know in the comments if you know the answer. Oh my god. Can you use flames without gloves? It was uncertain for how long the woman had been standing back to back with the somber man. Her tone was grim and bereft of joy, her visage stripped crimson. Her swaying hair, the color of fresh blood and hellfire, she would possess a certain, calculating beauty. Were it not for the gruesome burn marks covering the left of her face. As such, her visage evoked only a grim hour born from the marriage of the fair and the repugnant. Hero. And she called this guy a hero. Is this really going to be like... Okay, for now what I think, like, what kind of like premise it is, it will be like... Time Loop Fate series. Gracefully letting forth a pool of cigar smoke, the woman posed a question to the man at her back. No answer came.
まあいい。殺しすぎるシュライバーと合わせればちょうど均衡が取れよう。無人の教授だかなんだか知らん。
I was right to call him warrior.
ここは奴らにうまく攻め落としてもらう必要がある。故に殺しすぎるのも殺さなさすぎるのも等しく罪だということを自覚しているなら何も言わん。
No one could be blamed for mistaking the Crimson Woman words for those of the lunatic. No sane person would speak as if they were capable of destroying the entire Red Army surrounding Berlin on a whim. Okay.
武装家の長官殿、こううるさい宣伝やもいずれ後を追うだ。そして大量の市民と同胞を道連れ。
Ark of the Covenant。
犠牲としては性質創造を試みるのになるほど適当な触媒だろう。敵を幾百万捧げたところで守るべきたる、愛すべきたる。
Okay.
彼ら10人の方が命は重い。
What are you trying to create? What's the Ark of Covenant? Samuel. Okay, so the warrior name is Samuel. Right? Oh. Oh, no, okay, the man finally spoke. I was like... See, I have the problem with like hearing them sometimes. That's why I think like it's like music is too loud. Or he's just so silent. The man finally spoke. So her name is Silent. Summit. Mercurius. Okay.
何貴様あれに何か用があると
Okay, Mercurius, Samuel. I will probably remember them at some point. I don't know if I will remember the name of the major. I may have to like stick with major for him. Schmeider? I don't know, remember. What business do you have with him? Okay, let's see. Silence again. The man failed to answer. The woman narrowed her eyes, her gaze heavy with suspicion, before letting loose an exaggerated sigh.
やれやれまただ過酷すぎる男というのも考えものだなまさかあれと戦おうなどと考えているわけでは
That aberration. Okay. So Mercurius is some kind of like the strongest one of them or something?
そして
Like the leader?
仮にそうだとしたらくだらんよバカバカしいからやめておけと言ってやるあれは絶対に殺せない
Huh.
もしかしたらある意味
Maybe not the leader, but it's something they don't want to deal with for some reason. Also, you can let me know in the comments as well. Like, I know it was like in this episode, but I probably won't like rewatch this or anything because I'm not like watching my videos really. So you could like just tell me in the comments like the full name of this like the wolf stuff, like they were called wolf something, but I don't remember what. So you can like let me know about like the full name of this, so I can have it like on the comments, so I can actually see this and like write it down.
いずれにせよあれは我々の上官であり狩猟殿の盟友だ貴様が範囲を持つというのは
So he is the leader.
はっきり言って
That was right. Okay.
俺にそんなつもりはない。
だろう貴様の硬すぎる頭の中にそんな計算などあってた
I think I heard her voice though.
さっきの質問に答えて
Her voice reminds me of someone. She lifted the head to look up the sky.
我らが国園宅の指導者お二人は兄弟のごとく仲が良いであれば必然
Meanwhile, up in the burning sky, tainted by blood and fire, taking form through the carnage of the capital, was the tremendous swastika. Immense stood atop the towering spire in its center.
総員慶中我らの主偉大なるハガルの君の恩前であるそのお言葉目視刮目して拝聴せよ
Monarch of Destruction. Okay. Her booming voice echoed in the ears of all living men in the city of Berlin, as if through some sort of sorcery. At this very moment, all soldiers ceased their fighting, all children dried their tears, and all elders stopped their fight. Each and every soul in the city gazed up to the sky as if possessed. Its deep canopy was tainted by the blood and fire of the city below, boiling as if it were some sort of cauldron. The Berlin Himmel, the very day the top 1,000 rage crumbled to dust. The devil of blinding light descended from the heavens. Okay, the blonde guy and dark-haired guy, and this one have no arm. His locks like a floating money, golden in color. Okay, one-armed blondie and I don't know, someone with green eye and black hair. Okay, so this guy is the leader because he's higher than this one and he's so confident, and he have like lack of arm, so I guess like it's like, you know, just I have no arm but I'm still the strongest kind of stuff. His regal gaze equally golden, It was the gold of splendor, of brilliance, surpassing creation itself. Beauty mingling with heavy solemnity, yet at the same time, beastly in hue. A being that should not exist in this realm of man. A harbinger of beguiling light. Beguiling light. What? At his side, a man with features vague and twisting as the darkness of shadows. Wow, this is so good, I love it. We have basically light and darkness. I like how they did that. They just showing us this pair, and one is light and one is darkness. I love it. He was grabbed in the plain robes of a hermit with ambiguous features that made it impossible to discern his age. A yin to his yang, the two of them existed on the level far removed from that of any being gazing at them. They were the monsters, even monsters feared. What if they're like the one being? What if they like... What kind of class they can be from Fate? Caster? Maybe this guy and this guy are like one because yin yang. It's like basically one thing, like intertwined. So what if he's a caster and like they can like merge together or something, you know? Like he became his arm because he's lack of arm, and we have like guy he's young. I'm making critical theories already, I know. Number 1 and 13 of the Longinus Drazen or the Orden Obsidian Round Table. Okay. Its leader and vice commander. Gazing down at Berlin. No, the entire world. The man of gold began his speech. For a second I thought it's Archer from Fate.
勝者は勝者、敗者は敗者になるべくして生まれ、どのような経緯をたどろうとその結末へと帰結する。この世界の仕組みとやらがそのようになっていたとしたら何とする？ならばどのような努力もどのような大願も祈りも願いも意味はない。神、ケーラ、悪魔の子、世界の敵として滅ぼされんとしている者たちは一辺の罪とがなしに侵され、奪われ、踏みにじられているに過ぎない。この忌むべき月頭の輪の中、死すらもまた解放ではない。英語、そこに至れば回帰をなし、再び始まりに戻るのみ。故にこの後も無限に苦しみ、無限に殺され続けるだろう。そのように生まれた以上、そのようになるしかない。それを口惜しいと、を覆したいと。
The man-grim words reached every soul residing in Berlin. Nothing awaits you but eternal suffering, eternal defeat. Yeah, I guess they can like time travel or something, and that will be like repeating all over or something. The people of Berlin could not deny his claims. The Golden Beast's proclamation rang out with the urgency of the trampled of the final judgment. That was a man possessed of supernatural charisma. Utilizing extreme conditions in order to manipulate the will of others was hardly a novel trick in of itself, but the sheer scale of the man's performance here warranted deeper security. His voice passed a magical quality, capable of penetrating the very heart of all who heard it. The best comparison was the cries of the dragons from the Age of Legends. A juggernaut of voice that would not fail to ensnare any mortal. And the being that possessed it was certainly no mortal. The Golden Beast. Golden Witch Beatrice. Sorry. The Black Prince. The Harbinger of the Beguiling Light. The Monarch of Destruction. Every word that passed forth from his lips was saturated in magic. How do you pronounce that? It's not magic in English. It's the other magic. Magic. In English should end with C. What? It's probably the same. He gave the command. If you wish to overcome your miserable lot in life, then offer your very soul. If you long to wash away the stigma of the defeated, take the pen and sign the pact with blood. It was a temptation of the devil himself. The Golden Monarch looked down upon the lesser being, crawled upon the earth, and posed a question to them. Will be the same as with walls? To achieve victory? The answer was all too evident. Grant us victory, yep. And they don't care like which side saying that, right? They like speak this to everyone. Not just to Germans. Right? We have Victoria. Okay, maybe only to Germans. Maybe. Yeah, bro. But they said like they're speaking to everyone. I just got confused. I'm sorry, I'm tired, it's late. I understand. A deep fissure ran across the man's perfectly beautiful face. To conjure the words of Dr. Faust, his features portrayed the uncanny equilibrium of the genuine smile and the grotesque sneer. Mephistopheles, the harbinger of the beguiling light. Name of the wicked fiend that could grant man every wish in exchange for his living soul. Is this Madoka? Is this guy a QB? QB? The moment those ponderous words left his lips, the unthinkable happened. All men with guns in hands took them to their mouths. Wait, what? All those wielding blades thrust them into their chests. What the fuck is that brainwashing power? Those without armaments plunged themselves into the hellfire still raging around them. Guns roared, steel drank blood, men plunged to their deaths. Suicide unfold on every street corner. That reminds me of other visual novel I just finished. Such a chaos! Once again, I see why it won the pool! Hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands rushed to their deaths with abnormal haste, their souls being absorbed into the Golden Monarch. So, basically he's just like absorbing them, it's not like they're going to fight with him or anything. Like on his side. It was the insatiable holocaust engulfing the entire capital. Also he's killing his own. I mean, the Germans. And he's like from the Wolf or whatever that organization is called. Huh. And we know that like 10 of allies is worth like thousands of enemies. So I guess that's why he's getting souls of his own people? This could not have been the first time. He had consumed countless souls in the past. With this, then the final ritual necessary to complete his task? Was this then the final ritual necessary to complete his task? A grand sacrificial altar, stained by the blood of soldiers and countrymen, who had looked up to him as a savior begging for salvation. In all of Grimace's, all its cruelty, all its terror, it was...
美しい
That's a new voice.
まさに悲劇あなたをしたいあなたが守るべき者たちがあなたのせいで死んでいるあなたはそれを嘆き喜び自らの力へと変えるだろう我が友私がこの滑稽な人生でただ一人畏敬の念を抱いた獣どもあなたはこれから何をなす
The shade of a man who remained silent until now finally
あなた
spoke.
は一体何を求める
愚問だな法則の破壊と超越私に道を示したのは K だもっとも他に個人的興味が
And this guy want to be a god. I want to say so many things.
それは一体
法則を作ったもの
Architect of this world.
なるほど
The shade chuckled, its lips widening to smile.
私は優秀な生徒を得て幸せだ鋭引回答を正しく理解しているのはやはり現状
A white Kate, no idea what the hell that is. It's probably some term that's like in the game, so it's not even real, probably.
いや素晴らしいこの瞬間だけは何度経験しても飽きが来ないそれだけに正直名残惜しくもありますが
行くのかカール
ええその名も置いていきま
Okay,
しょ
his name is
うい
Carl.
ずれ必ず会えるはず
The Shadow Man is Carl. So, this guy is Marconius? That's how they called him? The Abomination? The leader? I think they called him Marconius or something like that.
半世紀もすれば東方のシャンバラが完成するそこに私の代理を用意するゆえ下僕たちの遊び相手にでもすればよろしい
Okay. Half a century, ample time for Shambhala in the Orient. They are time traveling. I swear they're time traveling.
今回の契約であなたの魂は他に比類なき強度を得た性質創造の思考も果たした以上
For this plane
光の日までこちらにとどまる
until Day of Wrath.
クリストフのこともあ
Is there some kind of like time limit to this time travel? Like there's like certain path, like the destiny of the world is like to like for example end or something at some point and they have time until this Day of Wrath and then it's like get reset or they can travel to like another realm or something. I really like the time travel stuff and like going like between realms and everything, so I think I will enjoy that.
る万全を期すために幾人かあちらに連れて行ってはいかがです
無論元よりそのつもりだザミエルシュライバーベルリッヒンゲン彼らを共に連れて行こう
Okay, Samuel is the fire lady, Schreiber is Major, the soul guy, and barely Shingen, I guess, is the warrior.
結構それは隙のない人選だというよりあの3人以外では今のあなた
The two men exchange words in casual tone, perhaps reminiscent of two chess players, contemplating their moves, even as scenery from hell spread out beneath them. It was apparently why the two of them would have been seen as brothers. They shared a certain air of resigned enlightenment, as if they persisted from lofty heights lesser being could not dream of reaching. No tragedy, no comedy, no creation under the sun would move them. Their laughter was no more sneer, no mere sneer, nor their actions were merely the result of the frozen heart. There, Rather, they were worn down by the time itself, imbued with the uncanny aura of the ancient sage. Gazing up at the two of them were roughly 10 others in military uniform, standing completely unscratched within the decaying capital of agony, that was Berlin. They were the fangs of claws of the Golden Master, and among them, the three mentioned earlier surpassed even the rest. The Crimson Woman had tears of joy trickling down her face in response to honor of being chosen by the Golden Commander. Her loyalty grew fiercer than ever. Okay. The silver-haired boy responded with sulk, lamenting the temporary end of his carnage. For the moment, however, he bowed to acquiesce. The somber giant stood silent, seemingly oblivious to all but the shade he fixed his gaze upon. I expected the voice actor. Worry not, your wish will be granted soon enough. I would appreciate it if you would not glare at me so forcefully. The spectre of the man grinned, amused by the giant's electrifying gaze, before turning his attention to his golden brother once more.
ではまたいずれ、獣殿。再び我らがまみえる時こそ。
Okay, why you are splitting? Where are you going?
いいな。成就させると誓うのだ。傍観するだけでは何もつかめぬ。K の悪い癖だな、カール。
So Carl is like leaving to be the spectacle or something, and Marcus wants to do something.
確かに。であれば、ここに誓いましょうか。
The Totenkopf Empire. Oh, the major have the Totenkopf like eye patch. So that was like the name of like the state of the empire of, okay. That had waged war against the world had finally met its end. Oh wait, that changed. The color changed. That's the other CG version. It's so hard sometimes to see when this changed. Is there like any possibility? Oh, it's not. I guess not. I was thinking like if there's like anything that you can do like to make like this ADV version of the box that's like on the bottom screen only. I mean, I don't mind this, but it would be easier to see when the images changes. Whenever it be true or not, it is an oft-repeated encode that Nazi Germany, in possession of some of the world's most advanced technology during this period, had dabbled in obscene rituals behind the scenes in pursuit of the secret of the black magic. Yeah, I could expect that would be the case, or like some kind of like artifact that they would find and time travel with this or something. What became of demons brought forth by those experiments and all these diabolic relics? The whereabouts would remain unknown, assuming they ever truly existed to begin with. Okay. And so, 6 long decades came and went. Okay, now we have 6 decades time skip. What? And now we are in Japan, 2006, Mount Fuji, Sea of Trees. And that will be the next episode. That starts pretty good. I really enjoy it so far. I'm interested in the story. I wonder what happened. Like, there seems to be like some kind of like immortal beings that were they're like demons created by German Nazis from World War II, and they want to, and the main guy want to be the god. Oh, I cannot go to the title. Huh. Maybe because I'm still in the prologue. But it's a long episode already, so even if like this will end in like soon, I will probably just put this in the next episode. Or if it's like 5 minutes, I will just stitch the 5 minutes into this one episode or something. Anyway, that will be like next time. So yeah, thank you for your recommendation of this. I will certainly enjoy this. I love the art style, and the music just hit me so hard when it started. Holy fuck. I still think like the music is a bit too loud. I will need to like adjust the stuff before the next recording. But yeah, anyway, that was very good. I like how it starts. It starts like very like hitting you instantly with visuals, with music, and with like some fantastic stuff about like different planes of like reality, some time travels, or like resurrection, something. I don't know, there's so many things to like get by this. So yeah, anyway. And also I didn't realize, like I could actually comment on Discord about Desire, because I did like early tease about how I thought this like looked like Yojo Senki, and I got a question like why I think so. Is it because because it's like written as the musical, or we have praying Natsukid? And to be honest, I didn't like realize that this whole thing is written as the musical. Like I genuinely didn't realize that. I saw the rhymes in the previous episode at some point, but I didn't thought like this whole thing is written like that. I didn't realize that. I think it might be the case similar to Seki no Inganok, which was supposed to be written as the poem, and it lost a lot of charm after the translation. So I wonder if that will be the case here, and I just like didn't realize, or it's actually something within the translation that take away the musical vibes or something. Maybe I will just like get into this. Anyway, last episode was hype. Let's go to this one. Also, by the way, when I booted up the game, it started instantly from like the beginning of the first episode. So I guess I need to pass this to get into like actual menu. So yeah, let's go. November 29, 2006, Mount Fuji, Aokigahara, Sea of Trees, 3:27 AM. Okay, we instantly started with fire, great! The entire area was engulfed with crimson flames. I think I will stitch this to the previous episode then. So you will have intro from this episode, or in this case, next? I don't know. Okay. It's probably stitched to the previous recording. A torrent of sheer energy had emerged from the nearby cave, mowing down trees and setting them ablaze. This place was crevice in the fabric of space, a meeting point for the ley lines, which spread across the earth like a net. It reminds me of Doom. Like, if you like play Doom, like there's like the earth and it have like, it's like covered with like lines of energy from space, like the demons stuff. A lone man emerged from the cave, and I mean like the newer Dooms, not the old one. A lone man emerged from the cave. He wore a rosary and cassock, signaling his status as a holy member of the cloth. Indeed, the warm smile playing across his lips was that one would expect from the man of God. Is that the one that we saw in the previous episode at the end? Or in this episode actually, because it's probably stitched. Sorry, I forgot his appearance a bit, like... He also was a blonde. If like this is stitched to the previous episode, I don't like instantly click on some things, then I'm sorry, it's been few days. Of like break. I mean, maybe not like few days, but it was like a bit. Yet, could a man appearing in a place like this is like this in the dead of night, emerging alongside of Inferno, truly be a servant of the divine? Seems like not. And kneeling before him, in servitude, was the young woman with the jet black hair. Who are you? Huh. Her skin color and features clearly indicates her as a native of this land. Okay, so she's Japanese. She spoke reverently, her face as expressionless as that of the statue.
ご無礼をお許しください。生産杯芸家バレリア・トリファ狩猟代行。あなたをここへお呼びしたのはこの私の意向です。自己紹介は必要ですか？
Oh my god, it really gives me Fate vibes. Like, she summoned him here? It really gives me vibes of Fate. Like, seriously, this is like Fate. Also, I will cut here. I need to actually, I forgot to adjust audio because I want to hear characters a bit better, I think. Okay, I will try that. It's like a just tiny bit. I wonder how it will work.
いいえ。
Whoa.
あなたのことは覚えていますよ。キルヒアイゼン教の後を継がれた時はまだほんの子供でしたが、美しく、そして強くなられましたね。
Lady Kircheisen place. We have animated backgrounds in this game. Are you serious? Look how hot it is. You can just see what kind of inferno is there. I don't... Yeah, this is not the same guy. This is someone else. He have the arm. This is someone totally new.
恐縮です。
Unpleasant moaning could be heard echoing through the area. They were likely the souls of the men and women that had taken their own lives within the forest. The young woman paid them no heed, even as they continued to make their presence known. The priests, in contrast, inhaled them with all affection, making them his own. A blasphemous sin, an affront to all what that was. It was identical to the events of the Berlin 61 years pure. Oh! Okay, so we have a reference to what happened back then. Was this perhaps a continuation of what had begun that night? A priest with a voice that sang each word, before him a young woman, offering nothing but the humblest of words. They exchanged a few greetings, but nothing note. Trifles such as how the priests had traveled from the other side to the earth by traveling its ley lines, and how the girl had altered his original path in order to lead him here. Okay. But why? So I will assume that the guys from the Berlin we saw then were bad guys and they are actually good ones. So they were attacked by these characters from the past, I guess. And she summoned him because he have same powers as them. And maybe he can help. Something like that. Apologies and explanations for her input and action, as well as the reason why the priests could not possibly journey there at the present time. All those were of secondary importance, unnecessary to discuss here. There was but one thing of value. That one crucial point, and that alone. That they were preparing to finally unveil to the world the supreme performance they had spent so many months preparing. Now then, may the curtains of grand Guingul rice. What do you mean? What is Grand Guignol? Slaughter, butcher, massacre till no more is left. Valtail, conquer, and consecrate. Let there be the victory. Let there be the conquest. And thus,
これを欲したも忠誠こそ我が名誉
they would repeat their struggle as many times as necessary. Why this is the time loop or something? I'm so interested in this. Like, I want to uncover what the secret of this. They would continue fighting to the very limits of time itself. They had sworn to do so, and so they were bound to carry out this task. The young woman recital of the oath of their holy crusade was met by the priest's own blessing. And so, on that night in the forest, the legion that had vowed to destroy the world began to stir. Unbeknownst to any. Okay. So they are also evil? Opening time! Takashi Masada. Yo, I like this! When they make opening with the singing character like that. I like transitions like that. Oh, is that the... No. Was that the guy with black hair or was that the girl? I don't know. Who is this? Is that the guy? ...2006. Oh, okay, we are in our time. So, it will all happen in 2006, I guess. Oh, that's the girl who summoned, I think. Oh my god. The designs are sick. $39. Is it a fight between past and present? Okay, he has some scythe on his arm. Why he look like Alan from The Grey Man? There's so many references. Oh my god! I swear I saw half of this in different things. Oh, this is the guy that was summoned. And the bad guy had like some skeletons and stuff around him, so he was like... He's like kind of like a necromancer or something. There it is. The prologue. The prologue is done. Mind money unlocked. I'm stitching this to the previous episode. That was 13 minutes, so... Yeah, intro from this episode you will hear in the next episode or whatever the case, but yeah, that's going to be it. So thank you for watching, that was an amazing episode, and yeah, next time we're going to check out what is other story. Huh. Let's click. Oh wait, that will like just start it. Okay, let's just start new game. Okay, never mind. Let's go back. I'm excited. I want to like check what's like under the stuff. I love the main menu theme. That's so good. Other story. Nothing. Okay. I guess this unlocks like after I finish the game or something. Some kind of like that stuff. Data load. This is the load. Yeah, okay. This is just a config. And the extras are... okay. So anyway, that will be it for this episode. Thank you for joining, thank you for being with me. Maybe I leave the ending from the previous episode here. Probably. maybe not. Maybe you have double endings. So yeah, anyway, thank you for joining, thank you for being with me for this episode, and I will keep recording to get like the next episode out. And yeah, thank you, and I will see you next one. So for now, Pocket Watch, it's going out.